Alright, Sam here with episode 10 video. We're actually right in the middle of the lockdown right now with that big 20 question quiz for everybody to take. So I'm eager to see how that pans out. I've been hoping to do that quiz for a while. It actually was in that Future Vision thing in the background too as well that I did last game. I'm very happy with how it turned out so far. I think it'll be a help. I think it's hard to get out dumb citizens in this game, I've noticed, which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But stupid citizens tend to stay around a while, and when we get towards the end, they tend to be a lot of big in numbers, and then, what are you going to do? It's not too hard to deceive some stupid citizens, so I'll hopefully get rid of one of them, which is good. I've actually wanted to do this webcam thing for a while, and there's just so much I want to say. I want to talk about a little bit about everybody, because everybody left is just amazing, creative, and into the game, and so much fun to watch. And I want to say good little things about everybody, and then I want to talk about when was the last one I did? I want to talk about the costume party. I want to talk about the plant week, which was great. I don't know if I talked about that last time. And then what do we have in episode 9? We had the split, and that was so interesting with Anton. I can't believe Anton got voted out. I was not expecting that at all. I don't think the game was expecting that either. I don't think he would have been voted out if it wasn't for that little team he was in. The team with 3 spies, and then Andreas got 2 votes. But despite Andreas getting 2 votes, the spies really haven't had any suspicion since Stone went. Which is weird, because at the beginning of the game, like, almost all of them were suspected, including Kathy. And then now we're here, and almost none of them are suspected. In fact, none of them have been suspected for so long that I'm kind of feeling weird. Not weird, but I just look at all these names. People say, I suspect A, B, C, and D, and it'll be, I suspect citizen, 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 and citizen. And it's just like for everybody, they're like, okay, I suspect Buthania, then I suspect Sayar, then I suspect, who else is going? Dylan and Bianca, and then Joshua, I suspect Cassie, and it's like, whoa, all these people, and they're all citizens, and it's been forever since I saw somebody actually like pick out a spy and say, yeah, I suspect a spy, or I'm going to vote for a spy. The only one who's voted for a spy was Hank. Hank voted for Vladimir at Exile 9. It's been a long time since anybody else did. Daria did, but she's got. They keep imprisoning everybody who even suspects them a little bit. Daria, Clayton, Irulan, which is obviously good for the spies, but it's not. The citizens aren't picking up on this. They're not looking at the people who've been fallen and saying, huh, Daria suspected Kathy, Irulan suspected Vladimir, or something like that. It's kind of weird. I guess they're kind of hooked on their own little suspicion that they have at the moment. But now I just said that for the last 3-4 weeks or something, there's been no spy suspicion. Taking a look at these lists, these quizzes for the lockdown that people have been submitting. Some of them are pretty good. Hank had, actually, let me take a look at these. I'll tell you, Hank had a whole bunch of people way up at the top. Vladimir's been going higher than I thought. I didn't know a lot of people suspected Vladimir. Well, see, there's a difference between people suspecting them and then people getting voted out at Exile. Because, like, maybe people suspect Vladimir, but is he going to get voted out at Exile? Probably not, unless something changes. So, I guess maybe they suspect him, but they're not going to exile him. Okay, which one's Hank? Sam. Hank's name is also Sam. So yeah, he has Vladimir at 2nd most, Andreas at 3rd most, and then Kathy and Cuddles at 5th and 6th. That's pretty good. That's really good. I didn't know they suspected Kathy or Cuddles. Now, I'm not sure this is like what people actually suspect. Well, I guess for the list, it is what they actually suspect. Because sometimes when you do these quizzes, like if you've ever seen the television show The Mole and they have these quizzes, sometimes you spread out your answers. So even if you thought person A was the mole, you wouldn't could put all the answers on person A, because the goal isn't to get the highest score, it's to not get the least score. And so if you spread out your answers, that helps a lot. Because if your A isn't the mole, then you're going to get the least score, and you didn't win anything for getting number 1. So maybe they're doing that. I could see that be happening. And then I just got one from Kieno, who surprisingly also did pretty good. 10 points Andreas at 2nd. third Vlad and fourth Kathy. Wow. I didn't know Andres was so high. Maybe the heat on him has been pretty real lately. He's been kind of waffling, hasn't really been taking a stand, hasn't been making definitive statements, so should take a look at these lists, see who is least likely to spy between everybody. Might be interesting to see. Okay, so that's the lockdown. Before that, we had the dividing into two teams, which I just named them Freemasons and Illuminati just because those are the names. So I just clicked that real quick. I thought it'd be a blast to the past, but I didn't realize just those names would affect where people went. Some people were like, "Oh, I went to Illuminati because that's where I live," or something. I was like, "Whoa, I didn't realize that." Because, I don't remember who's on what team at all. You guys might, but I don't have a clue. I didn't really think about that much. But actually, maybe an episode or two ago, I looked at it just to see if maybe one team was being slaughtered or not. But it's pretty even. I think it was 7-7 when I did that. So I was surprised that was even. That was pretty cool. We're also 7-7 for males and female characters, which is also weird. Not that that means anything at all. I think we actually have 5 male spies and 3 female spies this time. And then I think we actually have 2 more men in this game than women. So, not that any of that matters, because they're fake characters that aren't real. And as such, their not real gender of their not real character has no effect on anything. So we had those 2 teams, which was pretty cool. And then, what was before that? So then we had the costume party come first? Yeah, because I had the webcam before that. Costume party was really fun. I liked the evil twin idea, playing as each other. Some good jokes. I was actually really busy, so I didn't get to include as much as my jokes as I wanted to, but that's probably good. No one really cares what I think. And it's not really funny when the host or leader person tries to make a joke. You just think it's weird. It's like your mom making a joke. So that was pretty fun. I liked that. A lot of great characters. Like I said, everybody is so creative. It's just unbelievable how all these people come up with all this great stuff just on their own, from images to jokes to characters. It's all fantastic. So, I do like the characters. I was thinking of not doing the characters this game. I'm still thinking of not doing the characters. It's kind of weird to do that. I could see some Mafia games do that where they make up alt names so people don't know who's who, but nobody gets going to know each other in my games anyway because I do such amazing advertising that takes a whole month to grab people from everywhere. And so, but they bring in a lot of past game crap, which is already brought in. Not very much. Certainly not as much as any other Mafia game on the internet. Let me just say it that way. Every other Mafia game has way more outside metagaming than Spies. But, especially because they're played between the same people. Some sites where it's all the same people for every game. But anyway, I kind of like it the low level it is now because I don't care about Spies 6. I don't even remember what happened in Spies 6. Not because I didn't like it, it's just because I have a short memory, so I've just forgotten all. That's why I like new things, new memories, new people, new everything. It's great. That's why Spies 7 is my favorite. It certainly is. Truly is my favorite game. It's just fantastic. Which is, on a philosophical aside here, I don't know how much you care, but some of these Spies games I did not enjoy as much. In fact, I kind of thought the not enjoying parts. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy the whole thing. I'm just saying there were lots of negative parts. I kind of felt that came with the territory. When you host, you're going to get obnoxious people, and they're going to not ruin, but really bring you down. It only takes 1 or 2 or 3 people to really just bring it all down. No fun at all. But what I was trying to say is I felt that was part of the process. You had to have the bad with the good, and you couldn't just have the good by itself. These last 2 games, I've only had the good. I don't know what I did to make it different. Maybe I didn't make it too twisty. Maybe the game was too twisty before, which made people angry. Maybe, what did I do? More tweaked it to make it a little bit more spies. Maybe I haven't been accepting people who were kind of borderline, which is why I did not accept Yuri in Spies 6, because I kind of felt he was borderline. He might be giving me shit, and then I'd be like, not having fun, which is totally not the case at all. Here he's amazing. Love him 100%. I definitely should have put him in Spy 6. But sometimes people like that, you know, maybe they're dramatic like Yuri, but if they're dramatic with me, that's not, I don't want that at all. That's the last thing I want. It's not worth it to put somebody in there that's going to be an ass to me. I don't care if they're an ass to you, to be perfectly honest. But if they're an ass to me, then, you know, that's not worth it at all, even if they would bring something to the game. Because I have enough goodness to the game. I don't need that. So hold that thought for a second, because I think I'm 10 minutes in, and I will start with video number 2.